Hey guys, we are back. As you could probably tell in my voice, I'm still a little bit upset from the outcome of that playoff run that we had. But like I said, we just ran into a wrong team at the wrong time, and eventually Toronto did make it to the Stanley Cup. But they lost to Calgary in 7 games, so they had a battle of Canada there in the Stanley Cup Finals. So that was a pretty good battle that they had going there. So now we're going to just go up to the draft, see if we can make any moves in this draft by moving up. We'll have to see. I'm going to try to do my best to move up into this draft side because I really want to get that goalie. I really want to try to get that goalie. I don't care about any of the other players in the draft. I just want to grab that goalie, man. Okay, so Stanley Cup went to the Calgary Flames. Calder Cup went to the Hershey Bears. So at least some team in Philadelphia won, even though the Hershey Bears are the affiliate for the Capitals. That's fine. So I'm waiting for the simulation here. We'll have to see how our players did for this year. If we take a look in their contracts, we can see how good or bad that they did. Hopefully, some of our players got really well. I hope so. Okay, so here we go with the retirements. Peverly, Tanguay, Oduya, Peter Scuderi, Hannon, Gomez, Colby Armstrong, Moss, Olin, Joe Ward, Paulson, Sarich, Simon Gagne finally retired. There we go. Dan Breer finally retired. Mitchell Ponikarovsky. Nobody in Philly. We take a look at the goalies. Raycroft, Garon, and Luongo all retired. Okay. So those are the retirements. Today's prospect game. No, I do not want to play in that. Okay. I don't think I can upgrade anything, correct? No, I cannot. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so let's take a look at our contracts first, and let's see who got better or who got worse. So let's take a look at this. So Claude Giroux is now okay. So he's still at 90, but Alex Galchenyuk jumped up to an 89. Man, holy moly, this kid is getting good. He is getting good. He's an 89 overall, man. Whew. Okay, so we're definitely gonna need to sign him. Definitely, most definitely. So Tyler Ennis actually jumped up to an 86 too, so that's good for him. Is he now a first liner as well? He's now a first liner as well. So cool beans there. Petrovic went up to an 86, cool. Voracek went down to an 86, so he might have seen his last days in Philly. If we have the room, we could probably sign him and then trade him away because now we have Tyler Ennis to take his spot. McBain, he dropped down to an 86, still going to have to sign him anyway. Jeff Skinner is now 85, stayed the same. Wade Simmons 85. Brandon Manning went up to an 85. Eric Wellwood went up to an 84. Luke Shen stayed the same. Callahan went down 1. Joseph Morrow up to an 83. Duncan Simons went down 1, surprisingly. Keegan Lowe went up to an 82. Braden Shen actually went up to an 82. Wow, interesting. He went down last year, and now he jumped back up to an 82. He's actually a second liner now. Cool. Okay, so cool for him. Theodore is now an 80, so he's still getting better. He's now considered a top 6, so cool there. Christensen 79, Couturier 79, yep, Slain 78. Yep, and then just the stragglers down here, seeing how good or bad they got. Yeah, all through there. And if we take a look at the goalies, so Bernier is, actually think Bernier went up 1. I think he was an 85, and now he's an 86. Cool. So he might have went up 1. But yeah, Rescal really isn't doing too much down there. That's why we want to get that goalie. Okay, so cool there. Let's take a look at the awards too. So the Calgary Flames obviously won the Stanley Cup this year. They ruined our three-peat in a row, but that's fine. We don't have to worry about that. President's Trophy. President's Trophy went to the Islanders. Clarence S. Campbell went to Calgary Flames. Prince of Wales went to Toronto Maple Leafs. Art Ross went to Hunter Shinkaruk. Hart Memorial, Hunter Shinkaruk. James Norris, Alex Goligoski. Lady Bing, Steven Stamkos. Calder Memorial, Matthias Sointu, I guess. The Conn Smythe went to Mika Kiprasov. The Vezina Trophy, wow, so Jonathan Bernier actually got the Vezina, so cool there. William N. Jennings went to James Reimer. Bill Masterton went to Duncan Simons. Frank J. Selke went to Pavel Datsuk. Ted Lindsay went to Hunter Shinkaruk. And ooh, so maybe that's why Tyler Ennis got so good, because he actually won the Maurice Richard. If I think I can remember, him and Shinkrook tied in goals, but I guess they gave it to Tyler Ennis instead of Shinkrook, probably because maybe he had I don't know how they do that way. I don't know who had the prettier goals. I guess I don't know. I'm just making this up. But all right, so let's go into this draft, see if we can make some trades happen here. So I know that goalie will be drafted fairly high. Okay, so it looks like Washington, Ottawa, and Boston have the top three. So I know those two players. There's a bunch of players that are available. Now I know there's two really good two-way forwards that they're looking for, but let's do this. Okay, so let's give up our first. We know we want to give that away, and let's go to Boston. Let's try to get their third. Okay, so Boston wants that. They want our second, obviously. Just give them people that we want. We can give away Risco. If we're willing to give away Risco because we're going to pick somebody else up, like somebody good, I'm willing to do that. We can throw in Risco, and we could also throw in some of these guys. Why don't we throw in, they're willing to take away Selanen and Christensen, which I would do. We could throw in Selanen, Christensen, because I'm going to grab those guys back anyway. And those are two third liners. Yeah, that's correct. And something else too, just to sweeten it even more, because that's adding up quite nicely. Those are all around the three same areas, with the first Risco, Selene, and Christensen, and something else. Let's take a look at the rookies. Are there any rookies that they want? Oh man, excuse me. They don't want any of these guys, but I probably could throw one of them in. One of these 3.5-star guys, who it's between Fedorov, Makalov, Fitzmaurice, Ikonen, Adolf, Bajork, or Cousins. Cousins stays, Bajork stays, Ikonen stays. Probably going to be between Fitzmaurice, Makalov, or Fitzmaurice or Makalov, because these guys have 3 years left. These one contract guys stay too. So Cousins, Ikonen, and Adolf all stay. Fitzmaurice or Makalov? Fitzmaurice is 59. And Makalov is 61. So we'll give him Fitzmaurice. They don't want to take him, but that's fine. We could throw that in. Now, I believe if I can just take away a goalie from their hands, this Hudek guy, and probably one more, a couple players like rookie guys. Take Carnival, and Button. Yeah, okay, so those would go through. Okay, so we have Chicago's first, Risco, Selene, and Christensen, and Fitzmaurice all packaged up in this deal to Boston for their third-round pick yeah, just these just random guys on here. So if this doesn't go through, we'll have to add in something else, but I could see this essentially going through. I could probably see it going through. So here we go. Chicago's first, pretty much first, Risco, Selene, and Christensen, all these guys for Boston's third. Will this go through? No. Our contract with William Risco expires shortly. Okay, so that's a reason they don't want to do that, because Risco actually has 1 year left on his contract. Man, it's just these teams that just don't want to take 1-year contracts. Okay, so we'll have to leave Risco out of it. Okay, in that case, let's throw, okay, Boston, we want your first. We could give them the guys who they wanted to take. We could give them Selene and Christensen. And then we could throw in just some of those guys. We could, even though they don't want to take them, we can throw them in there. We could throw in Fitzmaurice, and we could throw both of them in there, Fitzmaurice and Makalov. And that way we just have to take the rookie guys off their hands. We could take Carnival. Oh, they have Nathan McKinnon too. How's he turning out to be? He's turning out to be pretty good. Okay, so we could just take the rookie guys. Button, Hardy, and Ekramps. Piri. Oh wow, we had McCoy Ekramps. I remember him. How's he turning out to be? Not good. but it doesn't matter because they're sucky guys anyway. So really, just some sucky players. Or do they have a section where they're willing to give players away? Scares giving away. I could take this Hansen guy off their hands just to sweeten it a little bit. Okay, so here we go. Chicago's first, Salainen, Christensen, Fitzmaurice, and Makalhav, all for Boston's first round pick. Okay, so let's see. Okay, just one way to find out. Will it go through? No. We're not interested in your proposal. You sent us more than one guy for a single trade block need. We'd like Tommy Christensen if you want to take another crack at it. Okay. Man, these teams are just stingy with their first round picks. I swear to God, you have to overextend on it like crazy though. This is all for a third round pick. They want Bernier, which in a sense I could do, in a sense because they get Jonathan Bernier back. But it's an Eastern Conference team, and if I give them Bernier, they automatically become a playoff contender. Oh man, it's tough. It's tough on who I have to give away. Just looking through these guys. Theodore, no, he stays. Petrovic, no. McBain, no. Can't be these guys on one-year contracts. It has to be I have to give them Christensen and Salainen. Like I have to. Christensen and Salainen have to go. So Christensen and Salainen both have to go in this deal. And it needs to be somebody else too. Think. Trying to think. They don't want any of these guys. A bunch of defensemen. Luke Shen has 1 year left. Joseph Morrow has 3 years left. It's tough, man. It's really tough on who I want to give away. But I really can't give anybody away. That's the thing. You know what? I really don't want to give Jonathan Bernier away, but like the more I look at it, the more it's looking towards giving him away. But I really don't want to do that. It may just happen. It may just be one of those things where we have to go just sign these, see if we can sign them and trade them away. So I think what I'm going to do here is, and this is tough. It's tough because I really don't have anybody really I could give away. And I know Flyers fans would kill me if I gave somebody away like Sean Couturier. I know that for a fact, and I'm not going to do that because I don't want to do that. Even though he is a 78, he's a 79. He's a great third defenseman. He's a great defenseman. His defensive category is actually really good, and he's affordable for what the price he is. He's really affordable. I could give him my second too. I mean, I'd be fine with giving them my second. I could throw in the second as well. So Chicago, and then throw in another guy in here as well. Give them Fitzmaurice. Okay, so that's really just unloading the guys on here. Okay, so this would go through. Okay, so our first, Christensen, Salainen, our second, and Fitzmaurice for Boston's third. This is a lot, giving up a lot here for this third round pick, but I think this is finally worth it for Boston's third. So here we go. Will this go through? No. Really make it worth our while. I don't know how I could make it more worth your while, guys. I have one more phone left. Maybe Washington will appreciate it. Washington has the first. Who has the second? Ottawa has the second. Okay, so they want the first. They want our second. I can give you that. Can't give them Resco because that's just. They want Selenin. Yeah, they want Selenin. I could do that. They want Fitzmaurice. I could do that. They want Maklahov too. I can do that. Now we just need to throw in skaters giving away. Yeah, they just these low couple guys. See, Russian, Reshikani. Yeah, whatever. Okay, so this was for the second now. So first, a second, Selenin, Fitzmaurice, and Maklahov for Ottawa's second round pick. This is our last shot. If not, then we're just gonna have to go into free agency. Hopefully sign these. Hopefully in the re-sign phase. Hopefully re-sign them, and then make do. So, but I really want this goalie, man. If not, I could try to get the goalie in free agency too. So we'll have to see. So this is our last shot here. Our Chicago's first, second, Selenin, Fitzmaurice, and Maklahov for Ottawa's second round pick. Will this go through? No. I didn't feel like it. It would. So we got ripped. Both of these teams are just ripped us off. I gave away really good deals here. It's just that they just did not want to take them. So who do we got left? Winquist, Bradley Cross, Nicholas Oduya, Daryl Varos, Len Gibbons. Looks like this Winquist guy is going to be the best available. Any goalies? Morgan Walk and Jesper Hornquist. Looks like they're going to go in the third round. So maybe we can take those guys if they're available. Keith Yandel. It's not that Keith Yandel. It's a different Keith Yandel. But this was a good year for forwards anyway, so we'll just do this. We'll just grab one of these guys. So we have a playmaker, sniper. We'll grab the playmakers. They seem to be good. So we'll grab this Tyler Winquist guy. Well, you can quick sim. To this one. Maybe I can make a trade with Ottawa now for this pick. For this pick, the second, 31st. It's not that high. I could take it and maybe take one of those goalies. I could give them what do they want. Make some room for salary cap. They want Selenin. I could do that. And I gotta throw something else in here too. Selenin and my second for Ottawa's 32nd overall pick. Would this go through? Yeah. Yeah, that would go through. Okay. Shut down those phones for there. So we get the second in this one. That way I can draft. Who's still left? Bradley Cross, Len Gibbons, Nicholas Oduya, or we could grab one of these goalies. Morgan Walk, Jesper Hornquist, Charlie Hallwig, Ted Baby. That's a funny name. I think we'll grab this Morgan. No, what? We'll grab Jesper. Who's better? USA guy from lefty, or we can get the Swede. Let's take a look. Reflexes look fairly. His athletic skill looks fairly accurate. Or Morgan Walk. We haven't even scouted that guy. So I'd rather take the thing with him. We know what he looks like. Yeah. We know what he looks like. So we'll take this Jesper Hornquist guy. Quick skim up to again. Wow, here's our bunch of third round picks in this one. So yeah, that's the only transaction news there. Shut down the phones. We could pick our picks in the third here. Still any good goalies left? Now the goalies are gone. Now we just got to take 2-star guys. So that's fine. Frederick Baric, Guy Laporte, Bryce. Take a look. Looks like he could be 4 stars. Never were Guy Laporte. We didn't even scout that guy. Or Bryce Holland. Bryce Holland looks fairly accurate and everywhere, so we'll take him. Now we have 2 back-to-back. Guy Laporte, we can take him. Who else? Turkov. We need a defenseman. Actually, we need, like, regular players. We already got the goalie, so we don't have to worry about that. Yeah, grab this guy from Kazakhstan. I just need to draft the best possible player. Jacques, Riley Lowry, Peter Sobrel, Jason Mark Selleck. Just look for the guy who's the most well scouted. They'll give us the best possible player. Riley Lowry. I guess we'll take Riley Lowry. 4th round. Nothing much happening here. A bunch of 4th round guys in here. Timo Santovori, Schmucker. Just take the best possible player that's available. Yeah. I don't want to propose a trade. Shut down the phones, click some up to here. Still a couple of guys left. A lot of defensemen still left. Grab this guy. Between these 2 guys, Jack Mayer or Jeff Donald. Okay, he hasn't been scouted. Jeff Donald, he's been scouted, so we'll just grab him. And finally, we'll do this. Jensen, Stevenson, or Majeski. Majeski hasn't been scouted. Stevenson has. No one's calling us. Just the last one. Just the last 1-star guys. So any goalies? Nope, doesn't look like it. Oh, Bobrovsky. Alexei Bobrovsky. Why not? Grab 2 goalies. So there we go. Okay, so we got our drafts picks under the way. So now we're going to have to go into the re-sign phase in the next video and re-sign some players, as many as we can. See if we can do all of them, and then we're going to have to trade them away. So in the next video, we'll do some re-signing. That's always fun, and then we'll go into free agency.